up next.
This is the Ferrari right here.
When he got his hands on his tattoo gun, he was so excited that his hands were actually shaking.
An inmate tattoo artist is temporarily reunited with his pride and joy.
That's my baby.
One constant at all the prisons we visited is the existence of an underground tattoo market. Whether used to identify themselves as members of a gang or simply to deal with the boredom of incarceration, there are always inmates willing to pay for new tattoos and others willing to risk punishment to provide them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 in the last 10 years. 11 convictions for tattooing, which ain't bad.
Richard Samson is one of the more prolific tattoo artists at the Lyman Correctional Facility in Colorado. He shared a handful of his many disciplinary write-ups with us.
One tattoo motor connected to electric razor belonging to inmate Samson. One GE radio, one medical syringe with needle, one bottle ink, tattoo gun needle, nuisance contraband. One spring being altered into a needle for tattoo gun found on desk, which was my desk. Alarm clock radio, 8 needles, one bottle ink, one tattoo gun, one ink, blood rag. That's what you want. Got ink and blood on it.
You're not really good at hiding your stuff, are you, Mr. Samson?
Out of all these, I get away with it more than I get caught, that's for sure.
Samson's tattoo write-ups have cost him more than 200 days and earned good time. But he says the extra time in prison is worth it.
The same time that I've lost by getting caught doing what I'm doing is well worth the sanity that I would have lost if I'd have just done what they said and walked the line and shut my mouth and went to my house and did nothing and just sat there and watched my TV. I'm more at ease with myself. I respect myself a lot more for having done what I want to do. In here, that's my outlet, that's my escape.
It's always been fascinating to me how these guys manage to get tattoos in prison. Not only the items they need to do the tattoos, but the fact that they can get away with doing tattoos.
Any small wire can be straightened out and made into a needle. You can get motors out of appliances, tape recorders, cameras.
Along with needles, tattooing can also be made from everyday items.
That's where usually they will burn soot. They'll take paper or oil and burn it on the bottom.
Burn oil, baby oil, hair grease, styrofoam cups back in the day, styrofoam cups, chess pieces, anything that doesn't burn complete. But that's what soot is, unburned carbon. You put it underneath the desk or in your locker box or something.
And then you put that in your body.
Oh, yeah.
Does this impose any health risks?
Yeah, of course. Of course. But so does homosexual activity, and they're not trying to stop that.
He told me that he learned how to tattoo in prison, and then when he went back out on the streets, he learned more techniques. And I guess he brought those back in with him when he was incarcerated again, like using multiple needles to do tattoos.
That's done with 10 needles. Some of it's missing, some of it's kind of patchy. But you can see the difference between, you can see how smooth and, you know what I mean, almost solid black that is. Single needle would be like this, where it's kind of gray and, you know, broke up. I'm trying to get it to where the work we're doing in here can compare with the work they're doing on the street. That's my goal.
Raising the level of prison ink work prompted Samson to create a number of unique tattoo guns. But their lives are always cut short because they're eventually confiscated. But the prison temporarily gave him back one of his prized creations so that he could show us its finer points.
You recognize that?
Yep. This is mine. This is mine. This is a headphone cord that I had altered, and this plugs right into there. Look at Samson playing with his toys, boy. Like a kid in a toy store. This is all stainless steel.
How many needles did you have coming out of that?
10. This is the Ferrari right here. It plugs right in there.
When he got his hands on his tattoo gun again, he was so excited that his hands were actually shaking.
That's my baby. shaking them. I lost this about 3 months ago. But you can see I made the frame, and then I tied it all down with dental floss and glued it so that it's nice and hard. You feel that it's not, there's no movement in this. This is one solid piece.
And that was your razor?
Yeah, this came out of a razor, electric razor. Man.
You almost look like you're in love.
Oh, man. All right, buddy. You're gonna have to go back to the crate.
Painful?
Oh, not as painful as it was the first time.
While Samson strives to be a pioneer in the world of prison tattoos, 2 other inmates we met at Lockup had taken the art to shocking dimensions. Even though it's prohibited, tattooing is common in every prison we've ever visited. But at the Lyman Correctional Facility in Colorado, we saw an example of tattooing that stopped our producers dead in their tracks.
I was in the sewing factory.